have a minute? I'm on my way upstairs. IDJ wanted to talk with us about putting together a trailer using some of the footage you've been recording this past month. Take your time. I'll meet you by the elevator.
Over here. Are you ready? He's waiting for us. I just watched some of your footage from this week. It's amazing. Blackbeard was mental. And we all got so excited that we started talking about this idea for a trailer about him. Maybe start with him drinking, talking to some pirates, telling a story.
So that's breaking the fourth wall.
Leaping across the deck of his boat and... Sorry, his ship, not boat. But jumping around the deck of his ship, swinging from ropes, and fighting like a devil. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to manipulate some of the existing footage to get it looking good, but it could be great. I'm getting a shiver in my timbers just thinking about it. Sorry.
You're really ecstatic about this. I won't call her bubbly, but you know, there's a lot going on.
Bonjour, ça va? I hope we're not late.
No, you can go right...
Hi, Melanie. I saw you just walked in. I need a few minutes with you alone. Leticia is on the phone and we're discussing the Kenway project.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about this. I'll call you when we're ready.
Shouldn't be long.
Hello? Hello? Do you have a second? Of course you do. Head to the waypoint on your map. I have another job for you. I'd like to link all the cameras in the building to a central monitoring system, but most aren't calibrated correctly.
Big Desmond got killed, so they cut up his body. The fuck?
Another locked door. Not a problem. Voila. You now have level 2 security clearance. Not bad for your first few weeks. I'll update your communicator. Oh, this is an interesting security measure. It looks like you need to find the right combination of numbers to adjust the wave. Easy enough, right? Pick a number selector, then change its value. Once you find the right combination of numbers, you should get access.
I'm sorry if that came out wrong. We are not trying to be a bottleneck here, but we just don't have the resources right now to do 2 times the research.
Finding that balance is your priority. Your entertainment products are simply a means to pay the bills for larger and more important work. That's the way the world works. Dirty money buys clean hospitals. You get it?
We're on board, Leticia, rest assured. We have our best employee working on this, but it will take time.
That means you.
Good. And thank you. The both of you. I look forward to seeing what you deliver. Until then, I'll see you at the shareholders meeting, Olivier.
Looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Tabarnak! It's a little too early for that kind of abuse, huh? Come on.
So, what's next?
We do as the lady says. Focus on the observatory.
Templars? Crazy talk. I'm curious about this shareholders meeting, though. How about you break into Olivier's office and see if you can find his schedule? Oh, what? You don't like that idea? Well, how about I blow the fucking whistle on you, hacker? I own you. What I mean is, I don't want to ruin your life, so do as I say. Now, step over to the window.
What?
You can't waltz into Olivier's office through the front door, so I've opened another route. Up we go. Did you know that Abstergo was run by Templars? Oh, yes. Sounds like crackpot stuff, I know. But then again, the moon landing was fake, right? So, anything's possible. All right. Either you walk through that door, or throw yourself off the terrace. Those are your options. Oh, well done, kiddo. Find his computer. Make it snappy. We're looking for the shareholders meeting schedule. It's worth a lot of money to us.
Goodness, I'm at the radio. Let me turn down the fan. To Melanie, LeMay, Carmen, Niran, Chloe, Christopher, and Evan from Olivier. Date 6 November 2013, 9:46. Salut. As most of you know, I'll be attending the Chicago shareholders meeting from the 15th to the 17th, and they want to see our progress with the Kenway line. The small amount of data we have already gathered is incredible, and we anticipate even more amazing finds in the near future. The events and people we have seen so far make us confident that the complete experience will be one of the most eye-opening explorations of piracy ever seen. It would take quite a bit of work to scrub the data of objectable and classified material, but we already have some incredibly promising footage. At the same time, Abstergo Entertainment will soon be announcing a closed beta for our new consumer cloud interface app, sexy name forthcoming. Edward Kenway's virtual pirate experience will be the first complete product on offer and the first of its kind anywhere. An immersive interactive pirate experience drawn from actual historical data. Internal tests of our consumer cloud app have been encouraging, and we anticipate it will be ready in time for the next holiday season if everything goes according to plan. So this leads us to a broader question. What other experiences would we like to offer? What other historical periods and locations can we explore? Judging by our current rate of data retrieval, our capacity to produce, and our understanding of consumption trends, executives at Abstergo Industries have given me the goal of producing one complete virtual experience per unknown. In addition to smaller offerings, as our research allows, this includes books, recordings, films, and other transmedia offerings. A second related question is this: does Sample 17 contain enough compelling data to sustain our current commitment to it, or should we make a request to Abstergo Industries for additional archive data? Remember, the data from Sample 1 proved fruitful enough to create our Liberation product. It is very likely that research into Samples 2 through 16 would bear surprising fruit as well. Thoughts? Melody. Hello all. Thanks for opening the discussion, Olivier. Just a brief heads up with where we stand now. I've been the Sample 17 project director for just over a year now, and my team and I have been able to cobble together a rough list of the most interesting time periods available to us through this single genetic sample. Remember, this is data that has already been fully or partially sequenced by Abstergo Industries. I'll try to be brief. Petronio line, 15th century Italian Renaissance, 16th century Ottoman Empire, 18th century American colonies, war for independence, 19th century New England and American Midwest. Matronio line, 20th century Holy Land Crusades, 13th century Egypt and Northern Africa, 14th century Ashikaga Shogunate in Japan, 14th century, 18th century French Revolution, 19th century Napoleonic Wars, Taiwan, 20th century, that's 20th century Summer of Love, American Pacific Coast. Obviously, this is just a small sample of the potential options. The number of ancestors any one person has is well above 30,000 after just 15 generations, so there could be many more surprises waiting for us within Sample 17. Desmond. However, despite Sample 17's rich heritage, we should not limit ourselves to this alone if we have concrete leads elsewhere. For instance, quite a few men from all sides of my family fought in both world wars, and I even have a great-great-grandfather who fought in the American Civil War. Managed to meet President Lincoln a few times. Going this route is a little more costly and time-consuming since the data has not already been sequenced, but it could be rewarding in the long run. In short, if anyone has any confirmed connections to interesting historical events, periods, or cities, or knows of people who do, please share. I will also be reviewing the past 2 decades of samples collected in sequences by Abstergo Industries. I recently learned that one of their samples, number 2, I believe, participated in the trial of Jean d'Arc. So there's a nice lead there. Melanie LeMay, Project Coordinator, Sample 17. Done. To Melanie from Olivier. Possible locations? Good points, Mel. A word of caution, though. Sample 2 comes from the late Dr. Warren Vedic himself, collected at some point in the early 80s, when he was a young engineer working at Abstergo Industries. So as tempting as Jean d'Arc experiences sound, I'm not sure Abstergo Industries would be too keen on letting us rummage around in Dr. Vedic's DNA. It's just a sensitive topic. For my own part, I'm related to Francois Javi, forget the name, noted, okay, poet, exciting, right? Possibly. Oh, they're goofy. Okay. One additional caveat let's avoid digging into any modern periods, 20th century, unless we find something incredibly compelling, because as fun as World War II setting might sound, we do well to avoid any settings with vehicles, cars, motorcycles, helicopters, tanks, etc. Why? You may ask. Because our research has shown that memory imprinting in individuals is actually hampered by the semi-catatonic state most people enter when driving for medium and long periods of time. and it makes data retrieval somewhat more difficult. In short, we don't want to go through the effort of coding extra animus features just for the sake of digging up memories of people driving around in cars. I'll say lazy. There are other and more efficient ways to experience that. OG. Chloe. Leslie. Olivier, haha, Quebec City is beautiful, but without pirates, ninjas, or zombies, I'm not sure how well a story about a historian would sell. Also, keep in mind, samples 4 through 16 might be off limits too. While doing my own research last month, I caught wind of some exciting characters buried in these gene samples, but as soon as I started digging, I was told by people far, far above me to stop. Very odd, but not surprising, I suppose. Abstergo Entertainment has a lot of active military contracts, and I assume these had something to do with that. I didn't push back. As far as my own, if anyone is interested, my great-grandfather was friends with Hemingway and Stein and Stadi and Picasso when he lived in Paris in the 1920s. No action-packed adventures there, but historically interesting. Just throwing it out there. P.S. Chris, is our lunch meeting on site or off? Olivier. Yes. As much as I love The Lost Generation, I think our first few virtual experiences will need to be a little more action-oriented. So wars and major combat operations are always a good starting point, or any periods of intense conflict, really. As for pirates, ninjas, and zombies, we could easily accommodate the first two, but zombies are a bit, ahistorical? Too bad, really. Christopher. My great-grandmother, for instance, worked alongside Iman de Lavier and Michael Collins for many years during the Irish War. Deliria. Ima de Valeria. So it wouldn't be difficult to sequence that small segment of my own genetic memories for our purposes. Olivier, actually there is a factual basis for zombies, or zombification anyway. Read Herstein's book on Haiti and the strong voodoo practice there. It may not be Hollywood-style zombie magic, but it is creepy nonetheless. In Liberation, Aveline came into contact with voodoo Hougans. If we dug further into that, I wonder what we'd find. Her mentor, Agate, was into some weird stuff. KL. Off-site, there's a new vegetarian place I want to try. I'll bring the spec sheets. They're already printed. Comma. Sorry to be dissenter, but couldn't we be using this technology to educate and not placate? Theoretically, we have all of human history to explore, all of our achievements and brightest moments. So it's a little disheartening to hear we need to focus on wars, conflicts, and violence. Agreed. It's not that I am against violence per se, it's just that the violence isn't terribly interesting in bulk, that's all. It has to be substance. There's so much more nuance to life, and I think we could explore that. Facts. So what if we found the memories of someone who worked with Albert Einstein in his patent office, or Charles Darwin on the Beagle, or Marie Curie in France? Moments where humans showed their very best potential? Okay, come on. Until oily, humorless university professors start paying us 8-figure fees to research the reification of normative gender signifiers in pre-colonial India, why don't we stick to shit that sells? Fair enough. I'm talking Jack the Ripper in Victorian London, sure. I'm talking about guillotines, Robespierre, and Napoleon Bonaparte in the French Revolution. I'm talking about Billy the Kid and Wyatt Earp in the Wild American West. I'm talking about Genghis Khan and the Mongols killing a city of millions in the span of a long summer week in action, blood, adventure, conflict. Yeah, he's really a psycho. It's justification. Oh, we gotta make money, so we gotta show the blood and gore and psycho. Because we're not going to earn back 1/10 of the money we have poured into this. We live in the memories of the guy who sat next to Einstein as he bit his nails while working out the finer details of general relativity in his head. For fuck's sakes, man, this is a business, not a group therapy session. Okay, Evan, let's take this offline.
You sneaky bastard. A pirate through and through, ain't you? Now, get down to the lobby. There's a courier waiting. Yeah, that's right. I've been planning this for a few hours. Now, wait. The receptionist. Hold on. I'll try something. As gullible as ever.
Who the hell
hurry
is
down to the
this?
lobby before I remotely detonate your earpiece.
Why? What's wrong with
Don't even
this?
think about ratting me out. My tracks are covered. Yours ain't.
You're a slime ball. A weasel. A knucklehead McSpazatron. It's probably Shorty again.
Like the allongé? I practiced.
I think you pulled it a little too long.
Oh, come on. It's not encrypted code, for God's sakes. It's just a bloody coffee. Oh, hooray! It's our old friend.
Hey there, I just got a call about picking up another transfer.
Oh? You said you were here to see me.
Yes, that is one of the perks. Let's see it. A conference in Chicago. Very nice. Thanks for this. We'll be in touch.
Ciao, Rebecca. Text me.
Stuff it, Hastings.
They keep using me like I'm a hoe.
Well done, friend. Very well done. Apologies for my temper tantrum there. You are with the good guys, I promise.
I don't believe you. Don't believe
Go
you.
on back to work. We'll be in touch.
I don't believe anything they say. They think because he works in this building that he's one of the ops. Will Desmond treat the boy the same? Goodness gracious.
Just like grabbing people's IDs.
Grabbing people's IDs, I see.